Sales of the new Leaf EV are off to an excellent start, according to Nissan. At the 2017 Tokyo Motor Show, Nissan Senior Vice President Asako Hoshino told reporters that sales have exceeded expectations, and that it has received over 9,000 orders in less than 2 months of availability. Europe has made up 3,500 of those global sales, according to a report from Automotive News Europe. According to Nissan Europe EV Director Gareth Dunsmore, it took the first-generation Nissan Leaf a year to achieve that same number. The new Nissan Leaf began sales in Norway in early September, followed by Germany, Austria, France and Holland at the beginning of October. EV-friendly Norway has seen more than 2,000 sales of the 2018 Leaf so far. They have been our first customers and our most loyal customers, and we wanted to give something back to the people who trusted us from day one back in 2010 and 2011, Dunsmore said of Norway. The first Leafs available in Europe are a limited launch edition called 2.0. These include Nissan's ProPilot Assist semi-autonomous, adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist technology, and start at $31,950, about $37,000 in Germany. Less expensive models will be available later. It's unclear how Nissan's inspection woes will affect sales in Japan. The automaker has suspended all domestic production there after it was found that it hadn't been following proper inspection procedures required for cars sold in the Japanese domestic market. On a more positive note, Nissan unveiled a Leaf Nismo concept at the Tokyo Motor Show, as well as the IMX electric, autonomous crossover concept. Nissan has also announced that it will join the Formula E electric racing series in 2018. The 2018 Nissan Leaf has a 40 kWh battery offering 150 miles of range on the US cycle. It goes on sale in the US in early 2018 for a base price of $30,875, before incentives. Later, a second variant with a 60 kWh battery pack, called E+, will offer an expected 225 miles of range.
Subaru and Mitsubishi battled it out off-road in the early 2000s, but the famous badges ended up on the screen. The two new concepts revealed at the Tokyo Motor Show suggest the rally powerhouses are making a comeback. The Subaru VIZ-IV hints at a new WRX, a natural successor to the big-winged Impreza made famous by Colin McRae. Subaru's sleek four-door takes inspiration from its all-wheel drive performance cars and could replace the WRX-D models that have failed to impress British buyers. The concept is also fitted with next-gen driver assistance systems that are expected to be on standard Subaru models in 2020. Meanwhile, Subaru's old rally rival Mitsubishi has revived the Evo name, dropped in 2016. The Mitsubishi E-Evolution gives the old rally super saloon a stylish, electric SUV makeover. The coupe design ends at its sporty roots and it'll be fitted with all-wheel drive performance that made the original Evo famous. Mitsubishi also unveiled the interior of its model with a huge central infotainment and navigation screen. Wing mirrors are replaced by cameras too, with images beamed onto screens in the cabin. The steering wheel isn't standard either, with a half-rectangle design, while the windscreen wraparound glass mimics a jet fighter. At the 2017 Tokyo Auto Show, Subaru is showing off a pair of new special edition models that, for the most part, center around their shared exclusive paint color, cool grey khaki. One is the Japan market-only WRX STI, and the other is the BRZ STI Sport Edition covered here. It too is only available for the Japan market, along with a new range-topping STI Sport trim level. Fans of Subaru's STI performance brand, hold your horses, Subaru certainly has. The STI Sport gets no extra power over regular BRZs. No turbocharger, nothing. What it does get is, essentially, the contents of the US market BRZ's performance package. Sachs dampers, Brembo brakes, and special 18-inch wheels are included. The US package has 17 inches, plus a tiny STI badge in the grille that we don't get here in the US. Ditto the Bordeaux red interior color scheme, which wraps the seat bolsters in red leather and their centers in contrasting black faux suede. Stepping up to the STI Sport Cool Grey Khaki Edition simply vaults you into a class of 100, only that many will be built and nets you the sweet paint. This is the rare case of a foreign market car that's sort of cool that we also don't have to lament for not being sent to the United States. Essentially, this same car is sold here, although we think the classy Bordeaux red interior and sweet cool grey khaki paint will be nice additions to the US car's options list. And if Subaru's claims are true that the STI Sport uses actual performance tires 18 inches as opposed to the weak 17-inch all-season rubber standard on our car, we'd like to see those as well. Or, just buy the BRZ Performance package and hit up your tire dealer for stickier rubber. Nissan started their press conference off with an apology from Daniele Schillaci, Executive Vice President for Global Marketing and Sales. Recent scandals involving Kobe Steel, as well as the signing off of cars for the Japanese market by unqualified staff, has put Nissan under intense scrutiny. By owning up to it and bowing deeply in front of the predominantly Japanese media, Schillaci made it clear that Nissan's leadership intends to own their mistakes. It's all about moving forward for Nissan. Immediately after the apology, Schillaci moved on to Nissan's plans for their future, which centers around what Nissan calls intelligent mobility. Powered by two electric motors providing a combined 320 kilowatts of power and 516 pounds-ft of torque, the IMX Zero Emissions concept embodies the future of Nissan intelligent mobility. Nissan claims it'll achieve a range of 372 miles on a single charge. Though don't get too excited. This is a concept car that probably won't see production. Perhaps we'll see elements of design from this concept in future SUVs and crossovers. The next Murano could look something like this, or, better yet, the next Juke. The IMX has Nissan's ProPilot system, which offers two modes. In ProPilot mode, the computer fully takes over control of the car. In this mode, the ProPilot retracts the steering wheel and reclines the seat for a more lounge-like experience, while manual gives the driver full control again. What's more, this electric autonomous crossover can also drop you off at the airport, take itself back your house, and even send power back to the grid by powering your house while you're away. C. Intelligent mobility. Of course, a lot of this is still a few years away. Nissan wants to implement something along these lines by 2020. You'll notice with a lot of the press conferences at the Tokyo Motor Show this year. 2020 is a big year for them. Perhaps the Olympics have something to do with it. Perhaps it's just easy to make 20-20 vision puns with that year. Either way, there's a lot happening in 3 years. In the much nearer future, but still sticking with EVs and intelligent mobility, the Leaf Nismo concept previews what a Nismo EV could look like. Nissan didn't go into much detail about the Leaf Nismo and whether or not it had any performance upgrades over the standard Leaf. They did say it would offer an exciting drive and have aerodynamic advantages over the standard Leaf. There's potential here. No one has done or is doing affordable sporty EVs. Done properly, this Leaf Nismo or whatever else small Nissan Nismo EV is in the works could change the appliance stigma of EV hatchbacks. Remember the Renault Zoe eSport concept? Surely this would be the perfect time for the Renault-Nissan alliance to come into action. Continuing on with their commitment to EVs, Nissan also announced they'd be competing in Formula E next season. They'll be the first Japanese manufacturer to enter the FIA series and will join the likes of other EV-committed brands such as BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Audi, Jaguar, Renault, and DS. Apart from the Formula E announcement, which if you think about it seems like a no-brainer for Nissan, it was a bit predictable. The Leaf Nismo had already been pre-released. And, While the IMX is a good enough looking crossover to rival something like a Tesla Model X, it's not destined for production. Also, a concept or announcement of a new Z wouldn't have hurt.